Hi everybody, how's everything going? We're at chapter 10. It is officially chapter 10. Oh my goodness, we're in the home stretch. I'm very excited about this. We're in the home stretch of our book. So we only have a small amount left to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with chapter 10. I've created a Prezi for you. You're more than welcome to check it out in the website right here. I'll pull myself back up in just a second. So you're more than welcome to check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Actually, I'm not sure if it's going to be a lot of fun, but it'll be still kind of nifty. All right, so let's take a moment. We're going to look at the chapter 10, where we are going in our book, which is going to cover conjunctions. Now, if you'll remember, we're going to go straight into it. Let's dive in really fast. But conjunctions are basically words that tie things together. They are joining. It's a joining word that brings two phrases together. Okay, so if you got the sentence, I love Latin, and then Miss Dignon is awesome, you could put those two sentences together and say, I love Latin because Miss Dignon is awesome. Because would be our conjunction. You see how awesome that is? You could say, I love baseball, and then the next phrase could be, baseball occurs at the end of the school year, and then you could say, I love baseball because it comes at the end of the school year. Maybe that's a good one. I don't know. I got nothing. All I'm saying is it's one word that brings two phrases together. So let's take a second, first off, to notice that my wonderful Prezi here has got some awesome coffee on it. Again, coffee. Not to plug Starbucks or anything, but it's quite tasty. All right, so conjunction, bringing two phrases together with one word. Here's our first picture story. Now, this is going to be chapter 10. We're going to try and get through chapter 10, part 1 and 2. So let's bust through it really quick. Before we begin, let's look at our words to help. We've got sed, which means but. We've seen that before. Quod, which means because. Et, which means and then we have our newest one, which is quamquam, which means although. Okay, let's go straight over to the vocabulary from part 1. It's right here. The first vocabulary word, a lot of these we've already seen before. Gratias tibiago, which means thank you. Capillamentum, which is wig. Capilli, which is hairs, which apparently are sticking out of my head right now, which is why I have the sunglasses on. Aures, which is ears. Unguentum, which is lip gloss. We learned that one back during the time that we were talking about Flavius going to the doctor because of his eye problem. This also means ointment. So that would have been something that they would have put on their eyes, lips, whatever, something or another to keep it moisturized. And then the next one would be gemay, which is jewels, and then diu, which means for a long time. For gemay here, I want you to think of the word gems. Gems, right there you go. And then diu, for a long time, think of the word duration. That's an easy way to figure it out. All right, our second set of words here for chapter 10, part 2, you've got in cubiculo. The difference between in cubiculo and ad cubiculum. In cubiculo is in the bedroom. Ad cubiculum would be in your bedroom or in my bedroom. It implies possession. Andulus, which means ring. Preciosus, which means valuable or precious. Cur, which means why, which is another word that we've seen already. Aureus, which means made of gold. A patre tuo, from your father. Haec verba, which means these words. Anima mea, my life or my soul. We've seen that in a previous chapter as well. Amatorius, which means romantic. And then ubi, which means where. Okay? Take a minute to note those down and jot those down in your journals. You're going to need those for just some activities that we're going to be doing in class. I would really suggest you going back over those over and over and over again. Some of the activities that we're going to do in class are really going to involve a lot of those words. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our first picture story. This first picture story is where Pandora is actually helping Lepidina dress. All right, so the first one, we've got Lepidina and Pandora. Pandora is helping Lepidina get ready. And then Rufus enters naturally. So I have a feeling we're going to see something happen with Rufus. You already know this. All right, so take a moment, read this, and then I'm going to read it as well. Salve, Rufe. And then Rufus says, Salve, mater. Quam pulchra es. Oh, how sweet of him. He said, how beautiful you are. All right. And it's my turn. Gratias tibiago, Rufe. Sede expectat. Lepidina laeta es quod Pandora diligenter laborat. All right, so the first thing is Lepidina says to Rufus, Gratias tibiago, Rufe. She says, thank you, Rufus. And then she says, sede et specta. Have a seat and watch. Okay, and then Lepidina laeta est quod Pandora diligenter laborat. This is where our first conjunction comes in. Lepidina laeta est is the phrase Lepidina is happy. Okay, quod, because Pandora diligenter laborat, because Pandora is diligently or carefully working. Okay. So remember that quad there. You've got two sentences stuck side by side. Two sentences side by side, stuck together with a conjunction. It's really cool. It's like a magnet. All right. What is that? What is that, Pandora? Quid hoc est? And Pandora responds, capillamentum est. We remember this, right? Capillamentum, a wig. It is. It is a wig. So Rufus is, of course, being curious. Rufus curiosus est. We already know this about Rufus. Oh, I see something happening. I can see it. All right, here we go. The next one. Nunc. Oh, wait, no. 5 seconds. You read it first. Nunc capilli pulchri sunt. Nunc capilli pulchri sunt, sed aure sordide sunt. So, I have to tell you, this is one of the strangest sentences I've ever heard. However, it does a really good job of putting two sentences side by side, okay? So we've got Nunc capilli pulchri sunt. Now, the hair is pretty, right? You can tell capilli, which is hairs, and then pulchri, which is the plural form for beautiful. Sunt, they are, so they're beautiful. Now my hair's pretty. Sed, but, sed means but, sed aures sordide sunt. But now, the ears are dirty. That's kind of gross, but anyway. Okay, so you've got now my hair's beautiful, but my ears are dirty. So now the two sentences are stuck together to make one, okay? All right, our next one. Quid hoc est? Rufus asks, and Pandora replies by saying unguentum est. All right, so Rufus is sitting on a table. That's going to be my first indication that something's happening. And he asks, what is that? And she says, unguentum est. Unguentum est, and that is lip gloss or ointment. Okay? Ubi geme sunt. Ecce. All right, so now we've got Lepidina. She looks a little red in the face. I don't know what's going on. But she says, ubi geme sunt. Where are my geme? What did I tell you earlier to remember? The geme is, we should think of gems. So where are my jewels? And Pandora says, here they are. Now, what she says here is ecce. Now, ecce can be look. Okay, but in this case, in the context that we're talking, she would have said, here they are. Quamquam Pandora diu laborat, Lepidina contenta non est. Okay, quamquam Pandora diu laborat. So although Pandora is working for a long time, Lepidina contenta non est. Now, Lepidina is not happy. She's not content. Okay? So something's going on, some kind of turmoil. Okay? All right, moving on. What did I tell you? It's like I can see into the future, even though I did prepare this Prezi. Now, of course, you've got Rufus, and he is getting into trouble again, so I can hear in the background somebody going, Rufi, noli tangere, right? And then Rufus says, Ayuge! He says, hooray, for some strange reason. And of course, he falls over. And then we have, Rufe improbus es. Rufus, you are naughty. Look at that S right there. Es. This is not est. Est is it is, or he is, or she is, right? In this case, we're saying you are improbus. You are naughty. So you see all the stuff that's now on the floor, the unguentum, the perfume flask, the ampulla, the sock, the jewels, everything, all on the floor, and Rufus is running away. It's crazy town. Crazy town in the Casa de Rufus. All right? All right, remember, the phrases are longer now because there's two sentences that are joined by conjunction. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and check out the next one, which is on page 61. Let's check out the next one, the romantic ring. And then we'll check out a couple of other little questions here and there. What we're going to be doing in the book when you guys get back in class after you've studied this is we're going to be checking out page 60 and doing some of the exercises there. We'll be checking out page 62 for some exercises as well, so it wouldn't hurt for you to go ahead and check those out. All right, so the romantic ring, my precious. Two points to the person that could tell me where my precious came from. All right, here we go. Flavia in cubiculo est et gemas spectat. So in this case, Flavia in cubiculo est. Check out in cubiculo is going to be one of our, it'll be a preposition pretty much. In cubiculo. Flavia in cubiculo est. Flavia in the bedroom is, she is in the bedroom. Et gemas spectat. What is she doing? What is she doing there? What is she doing there? She is looking at the what? She's looking at the jewels, right? So Flavia in cubiculo est. And really quick, again, here's another conjunction. This word right here is our conjunction. Flavia in cubiculo est is one sentence. Gemas spectat, she is looking at the jewels. So that's two sentences stuck together. All right? All right, here we go. Quid est? Flavia asks Lepidina. Quid est? And Lepidina replies by saying, Annulus est. Annulus est. Pretiosus est. Okay, so two sentences here. If we were to take those two sentences and put those together, what would be a good conjunction word to put those two together? Annulus est. Pretiosus est. Okay, we could put that sentence together easy and have something together very quickly. So quid est, Flavia asks Lepidina, what is that? And Lepidina replies by saying, Annulus est, pretiosus est. It is a ring, it is precious. Now look at this. If we took those two sentences together, we could say annulus est et preciosus est. That would be a good way to do it. Or you could say preciosus et annulus. Annulus preciosus est. We could say it is a precious ring. Okay? Next. Cur preciosus est. Cur preciosus est. Why? Why is it precious? Why is it precious? She kind of sounds like Rufus at this point. Why is it precious? And Lepidina replies by saying, Quod aureus est. Quod aureus est. So in this case, she is saying, why is it precious? And Lepidina replies by saying, Quod aureus est, because it is made from gold. Okay? Because it is made of gold. Or it could also mean that because it is golden. You could say it is golden. All right? All right, here we go. Moving on. Annulus splendidus est. Annulus splendidus est. She's saying it is a beautiful ring. It is a splendid ring, right? Itavero, Lepidina replies, Itavero, annulus donum a patre tuo est. Annulus donum a patre tuo est. In this case, she says, yes, it is beautiful. Duh, yeah. And then she says, the ring is a gift from your father. The ring is a gift from your father. You say a present, a gift, a present from your father. Ita vero, annulus donum a patre tuo est. You see that word patre there? Think of a word that we can think of in English that would remind us of a fatherly thing with the word patre. How about paternal? Paternal is a very good one, right? All right. We're so close. Quid haec verba sunt? Quid haec verba sunt? What are these words? Quid haec verba sunt? This haec verba is these words. Is that right? Yes. Quid haec verba sunt? These words. So what are these words? And Lepidina replies from the background, anima mea. Now 2 points to the person. 2 points to the person who could tell me where we've seen anima mea before. It was quite some time ago, but where have we seen anima mea before? Anima mea meaning my soul, okay, or my life. So it looks as if Flavius has had something engraved into the ring, and that's what that comes from. All right? And then finally, quam amatorius est. Oh, quam amatorius est. How romantic. How romantic. How romantic it is, to be honest with you, what she says. Who is this fellow right here? 2 points to the person who can tell me who that is, too. Okay? All right. Finally, remember, check it out. Try and figure out where we've seen anima mea before. Let's move on very quickly and let's check out this. I'm going to let you guys read the story of the Midas and the Golden Touch, and we will watch this video in class. It is a video, it's a Muppets video. It's really, really cute. If you guys type in this, this address right here, you are more than welcome to check out the video yourself. It is super fun, but we are going to watch it in class. But it is the story of King Midas, all right? The story of King Midas, who was granted a wish by the god Bacchus. He's also known as Dionysus, or Dionysus, I'm sorry, Dionysus. Bacchus gave him the ability to turn everything he touched to gold. Everything. Not even just a small amount of stuff, but everything. Everything he touched turned to gold. So, do you think that this was a good thing? I want you guys to read the story on page 63 and you tell me whether or not you think it was a good thing. What does it say about Midas? That all he wanted was to be able, like he was given a wish. You have 3 wishes. You know, like I feel like he like rubbed the magic lamp or whatever, and then the blue genie guy came out like the Disney story, and Robin Williams' voice comes booming over everything. Think about this really quick. Midas was given the opportunity to make one wish. One, okay? And his wish was to be able to have the ability to touch anything and it turned to gold. Do you think that was a good idea? I don't know if you think, I'm just wondering if you think it was a well thought out plan. Think about it for just a little bit, okay? One of the things that happened to him during this whole thing is that he actually turned his daughter to gold. Now, for those of you who have younger sisters or older sisters, you cannot be thinking that you're going to turn your older sister or younger sister to gold just because you're like, oh, maybe that will make her stop. You know, no. No. We love our siblings. But anyway, just think about that, and we're going to discuss it in class. And then we'll read this, Luke 12:15. Then he said to them, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. Now think about that for a second. We've talked about greed. We've talked about a lot of different sins in our class, but this one is this verse is very beautiful with respect to that. And then we'll talk about how this happens and how we see this in everyday life. So anyway, take some time, go through this, and we'll discuss in class. Hope you have a good one. Bye. Wale.